A man on death row in Kansas who had killed a half a dozen people, someone there sent for a rifle through the mail from Chicago for him to have a rifle while he was waiting on death row after killing people, and the rifle was sent to him. Now, does that make any sense that you should put rifles and guns in the hands of people who have long criminal records, or people who are insane, or people who are mentally incompetent, or people who are so young that they don't know how to handle rifles or guns?
My name is Emma Schneider. I'm a senior in high school. I'm the leader of the Social Justice Club at my school, and this is my story. When I was in 5th grade, my mom, being a professor at Oregon State, took a sabbatical to University of Wollongong in Australia, and me and my sister and my dad all moved to Australia for that year. That December, we arrived in Australia in November, and only a month later, we heard on the news about a shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, where over 20 children and teachers were killed by a man with a gun. And it was unbelievably shocking. It was terrifying for a lot of my friends and family who lived in America, who were still in America at the time. And my parents were hesitant to let us watch the news. They didn't want us to see this violence that had totally taken over American news at the time. And seeing the difference between how Americans and Australians reacted to this news really made me realize that things in America need work, and it kind of really inspired me to get involved in gun violence prevention and social justice in general. Being in a Quaker environment with tons of diversity, not just in race, socioeconomic class, but also just in thought. And I think that it really kind of inspired me to continue working on these different social justice issues. I had teachers who supported me. I had classmates who were excited about learning about politics and really what's going on in the world.
Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance.
The day of the march, when everybody left their classrooms to meet up on Red Square, my eyes filled with tears, and I was completely overcome with just appreciation for everybody in my community that decided to support not only me but this cause. And everybody was dancing and singing and just chanting, and it was unbelievable. It was totally empowering, and I never thought I would see anything like that in my life, let alone be the leader of it. I think it's very important that students and young people realize how much of an impact we actually have. When adults see kids starting to speak up about what they believe in and what they believe is right and wrong, that's when real change happens. It's our future. We're the ones who are going to be impacted by this, and we need to decide what we want to make of it. If you're passionate about something, find like-minded people and go after it, because nothing will change if we don't stand up for what matters and what we believe in. It's your right. Don't waste it.